string da gut. Nee. Ab. Damit wir die Beine sehen können. Okay, so part 2. Everything from the last video still counts here, but now we're going under the assumption that their opponent is a lot better and he's been able to get a mount position on you. So we're escaping the mount, entering the butterfly, and then going through the progression up to now. So same idea, everything after the mount escape has been covered in part 1 of this video. Link in the description, easy to find if you just look at the channel. I don't have that many videos. So, the idea, our opponent gets a mount on us. Now, the first thing we're going to do, there are tons of ways to get out of the mount, but for this particular idea, what we're wanting to do is be able to go to the butterfly guard. So, we take a nice gable grip, block his hips with my forearm. So, with this forearm blocking the hips, and this arm goes down on his knee. The point is to keep him from wandering up. If he tries to go up, go ahead, try. I've got him kind of blocked. He's not going anywhere. If he's allowed to wander up in the mount, just keep going. This sucks. That's a really bad position for me. Okay? So we want to prevent that by blocking the hips and the knee. Now, the next step is I take a little bridge, just a small one. I'm not trying to buck them up or anything. I just want to give myself a little bit of space to straighten this leg, the same leg that's on the same side that I'm blocking his knee with my elbow. And I straighten the leg and go to one side and keep this block here. I don't move my hands from this position yet. With my other leg, I cross over, hook into his ankle, and pull it up, and use that to bring my other leg through. Now, I've got a nice half guard, but we want the butterfly guard. So, I take this hand, I do not trim out. What I do instead is I try to bring it up over the armpit, and I always tell people, try to touch the back wall, okay? So, go back, right? So, from here, I try to touch the back wall, and look at this opening I've just created. I have a nice big space to work with. I can take my outside leg, get my butterfly hook, squeeze them up, and now we're back in our standard starting position. We try to do the sweep, he blocks, pressure on the arm, foot on the hook, get your triangle trap, and bring him down into the triangle. And then you just close your triangle like normal. Okay, so one more time in this direction so you get a good idea of what I'm doing with my feet. One of the really cool parts of this triangle, of this mount escape, is that a lot of people, when they're in the mount, they're focusing on the upper body, and they're not paying attention as much with the legs. It's a kind of sneaky escape, and a lot of people aren't looking for it. So, that's why I think I have a very high percentage success with this one. So, again, hands on the hip and knee, and watch my feet, okay? Little bridge, straighten the leg on the side. The other one crosses over, hooks into the ankle, picks up the foot, and I can bring my knee through. Now we've got a nice, beautiful half guard. With this arm, again, try to touch one of the back walls. We get a nice opening, hook in, butterfly, and then we go to everything else. And that's essentially the progression for the front triangle from the bottom position. So we've got simple triangle mechanics, how to trap the triangle, using the Sumigaeshi sweep as a lead into the triangle, getting out of the side control to go into the butterfly, then triangle, and getting out of the mount. So it's individually, you have a lot of different things to work on in there that make your jiu-jitsu game a lot stronger. But that's not enough, so it's always nice to have some focused sparring as well. So we're going to do a few of the focused sparring exercises that I do to help make this really, really good. And then we're essentially done with the front triangle from the bottom position. So, first sparring exercise. We've done triangle, escape, and submission drills in the first video of the series. I'll link that in the description below as well. I don't need to review that here. So what we're going to do is we start side control. Okay, so we start in the side control, and we're going to try and get out of the side control like we did in part 1 of this video. Okay, important. He is the one who gets to get as comfortable as he wants to get. Our job is to try and work out of the worst case scenario. We want him to have a nice, strong triangle. So when we're setting up, we don't get to already just kind of get our elbows in our frames. He gets to get a nice, stable side control. And he gets to say go. And go. Okay. Okay. And then we do that 1 minute, one person, and then we switch sides. So now he gets to try and get out of the side control. Again, I get a nice, stable, I love my heart, nice side control, worst case scenario, and I say go. And I go. No, I say go. Okay, go. Yeah, get on. Yeah, okay? And we just drill that 4 rounds, okay? So, okay, 2 rounds but 4 tries. So you get 1 time in the side control, and then 1 time he's in your side control, that's 2. And then you switch partners, again, once in the side control, once trying to get out of the side control, and then those are your 4 rounds. After that, we move to mount escape drills. Same idea, but this time, he's in the mount. And we need to escape the mount. So, again, worst case scenario, he says go. And go. Okay? And then 1 minute, change. And now again, I get myself a nice comfy mount, and I say, go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, those were our positional sparring drills for the bottom position. Now, the whole point to this series is to get a nice, strong triangle. Not just the closing of this triangle, but entries as well. So, to help out with this, something I like to make everyone do when we go to the free sparring rounds is what I call handicapped sparring. The idea is that basically, we'll start from the ground. You can start and stand up as well, it doesn't matter. Come a bit closer to me. The idea is that if I'm wanting to work on my triangle, I take the handicap. He gets to do anything he wants. Rear naked choke, Darce choke, he's allowed to heel hook me, whatever. I am allowed to do all my sweeps, all my passes, whatever, but the only submission I'm allowed to do is the triangle, okay? So we're gonna demo that, low intensity. not a full sparring round because I think it's going to be boring to watch, but just kind of to get the idea of what we're doing is I'm trying to get a triangle and he gets to do whatever he wants. It's honestly harder than when you're doing full free sparring, okay? So we get going and we just keep doing that for about 4 minutes. That's handicapped sparring. Maybe the very last round, I'll do a completely normal sparring round. But again, if you want to get good at your triangles, just say we're going to do nothing but triangles and focus on that. Okay? And that's all that we do right now for the front triangle in the bottom position. Next video will be front triangle from the top position. Okay? So, see you then.